Alright YouTube, welcome to day 2 of Rogers Riviera. It's a beautiful day, very hot, very sweaty. It's fine. So, we cleared out the little berm, raised area yesterday. Today, somehow we gotta get this big 26-foot trailer on top of the berm. So, it's not gonna be easy. It won't just roll up there. So what I'm gonna try first is moving some dirt and building kind of an earth ramp, and then we'll see if we can't wiggle it in there. Graham's working on a tree. He's sawing stuff away. Presley's here for snacks and moral support. We'll probably just do another time lapse, see how it goes. If this doesn't work, I've got a plan B, but y'all enjoy. All right. All right, so we're gonna get started on digging out a ramp, earth ramp, to get up on this hill here. You can see Graham sawing away at a tree in the background. We'll have Graham and Presley in the video a little bit more today. They like digging and finding all the worms and every other crawling thing that's in the dirt. So see them helping a little bit more. But yeah, the idea here is to make this hill not as steep and get some dirt underneath the tires of the trailer. That way I can back my truck up and go ahead and roll it on up. You see there, Graham and Presley with their shovels and buckets are actually collecting worms for fishing later. So I took them fishing for a minute and we caught a couple of brim. That'll be a separate video. Maybe I'll have a kids playing outside playlist or something, but that's what they're doing. They get super stoked about it. Presley got a little too excited later in the video. I'll slow it down here in a second and you'll see what she got into. But I was anticipating this on being kind of difficult because that trailer's so long and it's kind of a steep hill there, but you'll see here in a minute that it didn't struggle too much going up there. Well, I say that. I didn't actually get it on camera, so you'll see the finished product, but I'll have to draw a picture to try to explain what actually went on. But yeah, just a little time lapse here, moving all the dirt, trying to pile it underneath the tires, getting that ramp going. Later in the video, I'll talk a little bit more about what to do, what I'm doing with the cabin, kind of what I want to do after the cabin, some ideas that I have floating around, some fun things that I want to get going for the kids. But that's kind of the whole idea behind this project, is make it easier to get out here to the farm with family and let them spend time in the outdoors here. So I think it'd be good to get away from the screens and the busyness and just spend some time maybe working a little bit, but also just enjoying everything. Going to go to normal speed here. Don't grab the spiders. No, don't grab the spider. Do not grab the spiders. We step on spiders. We don't grab them. Presley found a couple big, huge brown spiders that she was trying to pick up, and she was fine with picking them up, no fear, but she got a little scared after I told her that we don't pick up spiders, and that got her a little upset, having to tell her a few times to do it and then to step on it. So but she got over it eventually. All right, I'm gonna pick up speed on the time lapse here, but I was gonna talk about some different things wanting for the cabin. I think I mentioned I want to do sort of a phased approach. The first phase, really just looking for the necessities. Need to be dry, cool and warm, out of the elements. Like for it to be sleepable, windows, doors, locks, somewhere to store stuff. Every time you go camping, you got to bring the kitchen sink with you. So I just want to be able to leave some stuff out there, and sleeping bags, tents, whatever. And then just have some lights accessible. Some of the later things that I'm going to try to work on in the cabin would be like toilet and maybe air conditioning get a little generator out there, have actual light. I'd really love to do running water and purified water. That'll be, again, a later project, but definitely lots of ideas, and I'm sure Delaney will have plenty of ideas for decor and decorating and furniture and things. But one step at a time. I'm going to try to keep it basic, get it in the dry, and then go from there, see how much money we spent. Alright, so as I mentioned before, I'm got the ramp built now where I think I can roll it up on that hill. Unfortunately, I messed up my recording. After I tried to back up once, I was going to readjust the camera, and I guess I forgot to hit the record button, or I hit the unrecord button and thought it did. So I'm going to have to paint a mental picture for y'all. So let me get some arrows going here. Alright, so I need to get the trailer up the ramp, and then we'll lay it down flat so I have a nice flat foundation. So what actually ends up happening is I back it up and it swims to the left and to the right, and then I get it back far enough and the trailer's kind of hanging at this angle with my truck still attached to it, and the tongue's kind of dug down into the ground, so I had to detach the tongue, and it kind of settled out a little bit, basically in the right position. I'll have some pictures later in the video where it's actually settled down at, and then lean it on a little bit and it just settles down even further. So overall it went pretty well. Wish I would have got on video, but we'll try harder next time. Alright y'all, this is how the trailer ended up on the berm. We're going to need a name for this berm here in Rogers, Riviera, so leave it in the comments. Let me know if you got any good names. The trailer I thought would have fell towards the rear of the trailer and kind of leveled itself out, but it's reached equilibrium right there. So probably what. I climbed up a tree, Dad. Yeah, look at Graham. He's all the way up there. That's crazy. What I'm going to start on next is digging the foundation posts. So I'm going to get some concrete piers dug. I can stand up. Wow, you're crazy. You look like Tarzan. We'll get the holes dug. We'll pour some concrete in them. And as we pour, we'll do a wet pour and do the adjustable anchors in them for a 6x6 post. And that will let us have 6 6x6 posts to level out this trailer on. Once we get that done, we'll start building the tiny cabin. I think it's turned out well. It's fitting about how I wanted it to, and it's in the trees and everything's pretty cool. So let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna get to digging again. Alright, so here I'm kind of starting to dig those holes I was talking about for the foundation. Graham's kind of hanging around. Presley retreated to the truck for a little bit. She was wanting to cool off and eat some snacks. Get the post hole diggers out here, my least favorite tool. They wear you out. I'll move the camera here in a little bit, but just digging this first hole as we go on. You can see Graham climbing the tree with his saw, trying to saw off limbs. Stayed up there a surprising amount of times. This is 20 times speed, so that's impressive. And here's where I get the idea to put some weight on the trailer, and it just moves. I mean, it was almost perfectly balanced, and then it sort of settled out nice and flat, a little bit closer to that tree. You'll see in a little bit, this tree is going to be the bane of my existence when trying to dig a post hole. Had to really get after it with the axe and shovel and try to get the big old roots out of the way. So I was talking about the things that would be nice to have at the cabin. Some of the other extras I'm considering is like Wi-Fi, sitting porches, fridge, sink, outdoor kitchen, screened-in porch, things like that. Some fun ideas I have that would be kind of additions would be like zip lines, trails around the property, maybe like some drawbridges, bees, fruits, potato cannons, swimming ponds. So I don't know, there's endless possibilities, endless ideas, but we'll see what we get into. So alright, I moved the camera to get some better angles of the digging. And now I moved the camera because I'm getting frustrated with that root, but give you all the view from the cabin. This is really why I picked it, so you can see the creek, you can see what the kids are doing. And here's Graham getting to play with his saw a little bit, so you'll see what he gets into. He kind of starts sawing the stick, and seems like he may have nicked himself a little bit, but he's fine. He's just looking around to see who saw what, so it's kind of funny. Yeah, so he was fine, and Presley was down there playing with cups in the creek, and she eventually got done with that, and then I go back to digging a hole. So yeah, I have this hole really close to a tree that's on top of that berm, and right here I'm really fighting the roots. You'll see here in a second I actually have to get that blue axe that I have there, and I gotta try to dig out and cut up and dig out this root. Graham found some more worms, of course, and put those in his bucket. But this blue little hatch I got's been great. I got it back in college, and it's served me well. So here's that root I was talking about. This is not exactly what you want to do with your axe, by the way. It's a good way to dull it really fast.
Where'd your shirt go, Graham?
I took it off because I didn't want it. That's the strongest shovel.
That was a big old root.
Ew. No, we don't like root. Yeah. They've been in the ground.
Alright, so we got the trailer about where we wanted it. We started digging our posts. We got some more digging to do. But really happy with how that went. Could have gone a lot worse, and plan B was definitely a lot sketchier. Involved a golf cart and a winch. I'll show you all that project later. But anyways, here's where it landed. Again, nice, nestled on top of the hill in the trees. I'm really excited with how it's going to turn out. Here's another rendering of kind of how I'm wanting it to look when it's all said and done. So nice small cabin, tons of windows, nice rustic look with all the reclaimed materials. Anyways, that's it for this one. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.